30 days, then you can't take that loss. So so a lot of times we will look at portfolio. I'll have my clients come in and we'll look at things that we could do. And one of them is we look at what stocks they have in if they're dogs, they've had them a long time and they're going to lose money on them.
Yeah.
Then I say, all right, you need, sell those at the end of the year. And, we're not trying to buy them back or whatever. Because what people used to do was sell them at the end of the year and then buy them right back in January.
Oh,
but
that you can't do that.
And then they take the loss. That's called wash sale. So, but you can't buy it back within 30 days.
Oh.
So they used to do that as, the IRS said, no, we can't do that anymore. But yes, a lot of times I'll tell them like, okay, maybe just get rid of this thing. It's either going to come back, it's dead.
So it seems to me like it's to get tax benefits from trading stocks or forex is a very nuanced and case by case basis that requires specific tactics and strategies.
The only thing I could think of is if he's got certain things that he doesn't think are going to come back and just wants to get rid of them, then
people are just trying to get around buying real estate, bro. Buy real estate, guys, if you want tax liability
what's
protection,
cool, though,
man. God damn.
But with crypto, you can you're not subject to the wash sale. So it's certain crypto, so we talked about it in the tax group with Charlie and Miguel. We'll tell them harvest losses at the end of the year. If you got some crypto stuff that, the market's been down. So harvest these at the end of the year, and then, so you don't lose on it, buy them right back. So you could do it like a 1231. Take the loss for it on your return and then buy it back. I think the IRS is going to close the loop on that eventually.
Yeah, but right now you can take advantage of it.
That's a little
W
advantage. Yeah,
bro, we're giving y'all so much sauce right now, man. Legally, of course. Yo, man. But yeah, dude. I mean, so S corp for this guy as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah, S corp, bro. We got here Chayamba Liro. First super chat. What if you're an international Amazon wholesale business owner, LLC in the U.S.? I'm outside of the U.S. though, and you start with an LLC. Should you move to an S corp? I don't work in the United States.
Yeah, definitely. That doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you got to switch to an S, bro. Because there's a bunch of guys that do that. That like go to like a lot of guys like they'll start an online business and they'll move somewhere significantly cheaper to live.
Yeah.
But what is it? How much is it up to 100? If you make over $105,000 or something like that internationally, that you have to pay taxes on?
Well, see, the U.S. Is the only country in the world that taxes you on your worldwide income. Go figure that.
Yeah, of course. Uncle Sam's got to get his money.
Yeah. So that's why I was just in Puerto Rico. As a matter of fact, you guys are famous in Puerto Rico. I never had this happen, but shout out to Gene Paul at the cigar bar. So the place I stood at was above, there was an Airbnb, but above the cigar bar. Yeah. Really nice cigar bar. And this nice young kid, and he's a huge fan of you guys. And then all of a sudden he called his brother, his cousin, his best friend there. And the next day I was there, they were all there talking about you guys.
That's dope,
and
man.
I was like, I know these guys, because the conversation just all of a sudden came up, and he started talking about it. I said, hey, you should follow these guys. He's, I know these guys. So shout out to Gene Paul.
It's either a good response or a bad response.
Well,
with Fresh and Fit,
even the owner, I think the couple of the owners, whatever, they like know you guys. So they said like, hey, if you guys ever want to come to Puerto Rico, you could do like, it's a really nice cigar bar. Yeah, right in Old San Juan. It's beautiful.
Okay.
Right next to the fort, and
I've been there before. It's nice, but
it's a lot of fun. Yeah.
I don't know if I would live there though.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's certain areas that's what I'm doing. I'm setting up a business there. That's my whole purpose there. And but if I set something up there, I have to buy a property within 2 years. So yeah. So just I just want to throw that in there. It's great tax. There's a lot of crypto
guys out there.
Yeah. Like the whole Condado area is like all bought up by crypto millionaires.
Oh wow.
It is really nice. It's right on the beach. It's really, the food there, the restaurants are phenomenal.
Isn't that where Logan Paul lives?
Yeah.
I think he has a crib out
he's
there.
in Dorado, that's another really very exclusive.
Yeah, he needs
area.
help, man.
Huh?
Yo, save Logan.
Yeah, right.
He married a girl that's been passed around Hollywood.
If you know, you know.
Or he's marrying her.
Okay.
Getting used to Big Bear, man. Can I do my do a LLC for my e-com business? I just started this year. P.S. Chris should just go bald. That 5 head isn't doing him justice. WMO. Can I do LLC for my e-com business?
Absolutely.
I just started this year.
Yep. Any service or goods business that you're doing, I would definitely do LLC and definitely do S corp. Only when it's a rental real estate property will I just stick to LLC.
Got it.
Gotcha.
All right.
Or the ATM thing where I think the limit, if it's passive income and you're not active,
it's passive income. You're not actively operating a business or an operational business where you're providing goods and services.
Passive income, does it get taxed the same as earned income?
Ordinary income. So earned income is income that is subject to self-employment tax because you're actually earning it and working for it.
Yeah.
Right. So then there's ordinary income. So that would be like business from business profits.
Okay.
And then there's earned income would be like earned wages, working.
So earned income and ordinary income aren't the same.
No.
Okay.
So earned incomes, that's why you have the Schedule C where it's like it's subject to self-employment tax. And then you break it out. So then you take the portion of that you're going to pay yourself as earned wages, and that's going to be subject to self-employment tax. The other one is going to be just ordinary income tax that you would pay for the rest of the profit.
And passive income isn't subject to the same, I guess, tax scrutiny. Maybe that's my poor choice.
So the thing with passive income is, yes, it's still subject to the same ordinary income tax rate.
Mm-hmm.
The only difference is you're limited on the loss that you could take. Okay. So if it's passive, you could only take up to a $3,000 loss per year. So in other words, so if you have gains and so basically you can't take more than a certain amount. You're limited on the losses you could take because it's passive.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. We got here Taylor Richard, getting a used car soon, about $9,000. If I start an S corp for my entertainment manager business, which I'll be my first client, but I'm in college to get the actual degree, can I write off the car somehow?
Yeah, so definitely you're gonna go to your accountant. You're gonna tell him you got the car. You're gonna give him the paperwork for it, and he's gonna list it for you. He's gonna ask you how much do you use it for your business. Oh, I use it 80%. He's gonna list it for 80%. You're gonna get depreciation, a nice depreciation deduction on it. I have a lot of my clients. And this is going to become a good one. Again, like we're talking about, the market's going to be really good for cars. So if you have a business and you want to get a nice deduction, that's definitely a way to do it. So a lot of times that we have my clients trading out cars and getting new ones towards the end of the year to get a nice big tax break.
And prompted from this question, is it better to lease that car under your business or finance it under your business for the best tax benefits, you would say?
I mean, it all depends on the rate I would take right now, because the lease is nice because you could take, the whole lease payment on it, but the depreciation right now is really good too. Excuse me, with bonus depreciation plus Section 179, if it's over 6,000 pounds, you could take the whole price of the car or whatever percentage of it that you're using.
I thought it was 80% now.
It's they dropped down for the
bigger.
Yeah.
Wait.
Because it's gonna that's gonna phase out too. So it's gonna, now it was 100 last year, 80 this year, then it's gonna go to 60 until every year it's gonna drop 20%. Damn. So take advantage of it now. 80% is still pretty good.
It's still big, yeah.
That's very important. So if someone buys a car right now, a Range Rover, one of these cars that's over 6,000 pounds,
Rolls Royce
for their business, right? They're able to write off 80% of the car's purchase price.
And the other 20,
how much they put down, which that's huge. So if it's worth 200,000, they're able to write off 160K
in the first year.
Yeah.
Wow. And then the rest of the 20%, then you'll just take that over the next 4 years after that. Yeah.
Okay.
So
wow.
It's still a good deduction. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's where Fresh talked about, because a lot of people ask, oh, I want to buy a car. The only way it really makes sense to buy a car and lease it nowadays is if you're a business owner.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right.
Like if you're going to buy it as privately and you got a regular job, you're not really going to get much benefit from it. So if you're going to lease a car, guys, at least have a business or something so that you can get some kind of benefit.
Right.
It doesn't cost you anyway, so might as well get benefits off it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm new. Don't do it through fraud though, guys.
Yeah.
Zotji, guys, I am new to Fresh and Fit, and I must say you guys have an amazing team. Shout out to the mod team and greetings from Netherlands. Shout out to you, bro.
Shout out to the mods, man.
Assalamu alaikum, habibi. Then we got here asked. Okay. I own LLC filed as S corp for taxes. Would you recommend I set up a private retirement account funded by my LLC to invest in real estate?
So he says, I own LLC filed as an S corp. Okay. Would you recommend? Yeah, you could do a solo 401k. A solo 401k. You could even set it up as a Roth too. You don't need like the immediate tax deduction for it. That'd be the best way to put your earnings
Roth
in there.
IRA?
Yeah, you can put up to $66,000 in 1 year. And if you do it as a Roth, I mean, you could get the tax deduction on it, but then you're going to have to pay the tax when you pull it out. But I like the 401k because you could take loans against it. So you need access to that money. You don't have to wait until you're retirement age. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so then you could take loans against it, and then you could pay yourself back the interest as long as you set up the paperwork right. But yeah, definitely that's solo 401k. You should look into that.
Okay, cool. G goes, should I create a company if I earn money from YouTube?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Absolutely, bro. I run a trucking business as a sole proprietor.
Yeah. Just when you're gonna wear those words.
Just started an LLC trading luxury watches. Should I switch this to an S corp, and should I change my sole proprietorship business as well? Thank you, FNF the goats.
Yes.
All of the above.
Yeah. So for your sole proprietorship, turn that into an LLC, then an S corp, and then your LLC, then your trading luxury watches LLC that you have, you need to make that an S corp as well. Yeah. So you should be running 2 S corps, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.